Good morning. Today is gonna be another zero reading day. I promised my mom that I would go up to the barn to see her and the horses. I've been meaning to go for a couple of weeks because I want to start a routine where I go and see my horse like once every 2 weeks. He is 32 this year. He is older than me. And typical horse lifespan is like 30. We've already had a scare where he wouldn't get up in the pasture and we thought we'd have to put him down, and that was like heart stopping for me because I've had him since I was 13. I've had him half my life. I think we're giving the horses baths and my mom's gonna ride some of the horses. I wish I could join her, but I have to lose like 80 pounds. So a little bit bittersweet, but I'm just finishing getting ready. I definitely have to put on sunscreen because I'm gonna wilt like a flower in the sun. And the horses are like 45 minutes away on a good day. So a lot of times I make excuses not to go. For anyone who has not met Ollie, you'll get to meet Ollie today. And then we keep our horses at a really good friend's house, and he trains barrel horses. So my mom exercises his horses and gets to ride for free. So eventually when I'm down to a better weight, I also have that opportunity to ride horses for free. Barrel racing is of zero interest to me, but a free horse ride is a free horse ride. So here's where I switch up my bookish girl content and become a horse girl. I bring this sunscreen on every vacation I'm on, and I didn't realize how low it is. Good for me for putting on all my sunscreen. I need to listen to the new Beyonce song to hype myself up for getting out in the country, because I've been listening to Sufjan Stevens all morning. I have a weird, do you see like in the crease of my eye, I have like a wound? My eyelids are really sore because I have this like open sore. The only thing I can think of is it's from this. I just chose the cheapest makeup cleanser from Walmart, and first of all, it's so greasy. It's hard to wash off. I think I just need to return this because I don't like it. I just need to grab my boots and my hat and bring country back. I literally do have a boots and hat. If you are questioning if I'm a country girl, I'm on the top shelf of my closet. Is this an actual Stetson? It's literally a Stetson. Hey Stetson girls. It's a little too small for my head, but it's fine. These were at one point my boots. They're so old and not worn in that they hurt like a bitch to put on. I'm gonna put these in my car just in case. Just in case they happen to have a 2,000-pound horse at this property that they're like, oh my god, you could totally ride that horse. I never have a numerical goal in mind for weight loss, but if I did, it would be like 250, because then I can ride a horse. All right, boots in a bag. Let's go, girls. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's a little bit hard to watch. I remember when I was like 11 and 12 and 13, both of my best friends had a horse, and every time we went to go ride the horses, I would be the one like sitting, watching, kind of being like, when's my turn? Can I get on? I feel that way again. I feel like I'm waiting for someone to ask me if I want to get on, but I can't. Honestly, just sitting here thinking, I'm like, I really want to build my strength, because horseback riding is a sport. Like, it's in the Olympics. You require a lot of like stamina and strength. So part of me got kind of excited when I was like, maybe I should be doing like horseback riding strengthening exercises, even though I'm not planning on riding for like another year. That would be like good motivation to know like I'm exercising, but it's an exercise that's gonna help me when I finally want to get back on. I'm home from my parents, and for no good reason, I've been like bawling the whole drive home. I just felt so happy today. I just spent today standing around as I grazed my horse, and it was just so quiet and nice. On the drive home, I was just listening to old country music because, you know, today put me in a Western mood, and of course that makes me cry because all old country music is like so story based and so emotional. And then as I was driving home, I was driving by the big like cargo airport in Fort Worth, and there was a plane landing right as I drove next to the runway, and I was like, the universe aligned for that moment, and it was so beautiful. Like, if you know me, I'm such a plane nerd. Like, I have Flight Radar downloaded on my phone. I love looking up flights, so that was the only time that's ever happened. I had no idea the runway was even that close to the road, so I just literally in the middle of my song, I was like crying. And then I got home and realized I had started this composition notebook based on a TikTok I saw when this girl was in middle school. She and her mom had a journal that they would write back and forth to each other in because it was hard for them to speak out loud, or at least for the teenager it was difficult to voice her emotions. So I gave this to my mom for Christmas, and I was just like, I know you hate writing and this is gonna be another one of my whims, but like, just indulge me. Can you just give me advice and we can talk to each other? I forgot that she gave this back to me a few weeks ago, and I thought she had just written like a paragraph, and she wrote me like pages, more than I wrote her. I just sat in my kitchen and cried about it. If you know me, I am so nostalgic for things like this, and I really don't have any other written record of my mom. I love my mom so much. Why am I gonna cry about it? At the end, she wrote, I love you so much. You were such a wonderful, fun, and loving little human, my baby girl. And I'm like, and I had such a fun day with her today. I'm like, The Best Day by Taylor Swift right now. I think if I listened to that song, it would actually take me out. But I did get a little bit crispy in the sun today. I have some tan lines, or burn lines I should say, and I have to be in office tomorrow. I'm gonna continue crying about that. But I feel dusty and grubby, so I definitely need to shower. But I don't know if you've heard the cats meowing at me. I'm gonna go feed them, but today was just so good. I came home and my space is a mess, and I still need to do laundry and unload my dishwasher, and I have all these chores to do. But first thing I asked my mom was, how do you stay on top of cleaning? I love horses. I love my mom. I can't even think about book characters right now because I'll just keep crying. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't recommend listening to Tim McGraw on your drive home from having a good day. It'll make you so emotional. Also, I might be delusional, but I looked at myself in the mirror tonight and I was like, my face looks different to me. I don't know if it's because I was outside and like new freckles emerged or something, but I just looked different and I was like, what's going on? I really have to wash my hair because a horse chewed on it and there's hay and everything all in it, so talk later.